shuffling your cards, Taurus. Be right with you. All right, Taurus. It's burning out. All right. Hey, Taurus. 1 second. All right, let's do this, Taurus. What's been going on? Ooh. All right. I got that little stand on the back of my phone, but don't ask me why I'm not using it. All right, Taurus. It's funny because for all of those who watched the Leo reading, I'm sorry about that volume. I forgot that the phone I was recording that on had a volume issue. So if you're watching Taurus and you happen to watch Leo, my bad. I can't fix it now that it's uploaded. So we just go ahead. You just got to turn your volume all the way up. And Taurus, let's see what's going on. I know Uranus is in Taurus, and if I'm not mistaken, Mars is either in Taurus or about to go through Taurus, because I know Mars was in Aries, I believe, for like most of July, or at least the beginning of July, end of June. So, and it might still be in Aries, but I know it's going into Taurus, so that's coming up. And then you have Uranus there, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you definitely have Uranus there. That's not the thing. But let me see what else was going into Taurus if it was just Mars. So saying that to say, there may be a lot of tension, a lot of changes, and all of those things might not be pleasant. It's not that we don't always go through changes. I mean, changes are a part of life. But when you have Uranus in your sign, so when you have Uranus in Taurus, those are changes that you're definitely going to feel. It's no question to that, you know, whether that's changing. And it depends on what house Taurus is in your chart. What your rising sign is determines where Taurus is, and that would give me a better idea of the nature of the changes that you'll be going through. But it could be anything from vast career changes to identity changes to family and relationship changes. I mean, work health changes. It could be a number of things, and it's very transformative and next level when it's Uranus. So that's something to keep in mind. And Uranus is currently at 10 degrees of Taurus. So the closer your sun is today, you'll really be feeling it. So it's definitely going to have to do with identity, either way you look at it, because no matter what house Taurus is in, your sun is there. And then Uranus is going to be with your sun. So definitely some things going on focusing on you, the direction you want to go, your path in life, identity, all that kind of things who you are, like going into a new phase, which we all have really been through a new phase in 2020, because 2020 has just been altogether crazy, right? So, all right, Taurus. And Mars will be there. Mars is at 16 degrees of Aries. So I think Mars was retrograding. It retrograded back into Pisces, so that's back in Aries. So shortly, coming up through August, probably later in August, definitely by September, Mars will be coming into Taurus, and it's going to be there with Uranus. So try to get a handle on whatever may be causing drama, or whatever you see creeping up that you may be trying to, put down to the side. Try to get a handle on that now, because trust me, it's not going to get much better when Mars comes through there with Uranus. So it would be a good idea to take care of that now. And then don't forget, all of that is that Uranus is training Pluto and Saturn. They've been in Capricorn and retrograde in Capricorn is a sign that trains your sign. So I know you've been feeling a lot of changes. And now with Jupiter in there, when I say I know you've been feeling a lot of changes, the first card that falls out is the Two of Cups in reverse. So you've been feeling a lot of changes in your relationships, the things that you used to agree to, the things you used to be down with, you're not down with anymore. And it's really been some changes. And if this is not relationship, it could be work, it could be family, but it's something definitely that your emotions are tied to and that you're invested in, and you're not seeing eye to eye when it comes to that particular partnership or love relationship and whatever you got going on there, Taurus. So that may be the foundation, maybe because the foundation is not solid, that the reason why you're not seeing eye to eye with this other person. So it's unhappiness, and it's like, not unhappiness, but I'll say it's dissatisfaction with the current agreement or arrangements. So ooh, that's too many. And this kind of fell, and it's funny because I got this for Leo as well in their reading. So a lot of people are getting the Seven of Cups. This is a really crazy time, and I think Seven of Cups really speaks to the year 2020. Just if you look at what's on the card, just all kind of shit, all kind of stuff. Don't know what's going on, which way to go, what to choose. Because it's options, it's things out there, but it's just, it's masked. It may not necessarily be revealed. So masked, M-A-S-K-E-D, masked. It may be hazy, you know what I mean? You might not be seeing it clearly. What you think is one thing might be another, so you're kind of scared on which way to go and which path to choose, or something just wasn't what you thought it was. Something wasn't what you thought it was, and then you might have to make a decision, or you might have to make some choices and some options, or maybe all these choices and these options is what caused your partnership or cause something to fall apart or something to falter, because maybe there's too many choices and options and you're at a place where you can't choose one, you can't pick one, and you're really stuck there. And that may be the underlying cause of, what's going on. And like I said, Taurus, this is just a job. Oh, I don't know why that keeps happening. That did not happen in my Leo reading. Now you turn upside down, because Taurus, you turning my cards upside down. What's going on? So it's a general reading. You got to apply it however it applies to you. So if that's partnerships, relationships, family, kids, work, anything you're emotionally invested in that means something to you, friendship, maybe it's a friendship and it's not going forward, it's not going on, it's out of balance, or somebody doesn't have the strength or the will or the wherewithal to want to continue it or carry on. I don't know, maybe you're trying to assess and look at everything and determine, is it worth moving forward, or which choice or option, which direction is worth moving forward on, because you just don't know. And somewhere where you're coming from, whatever you were involved in turned out to be a disappointment, and I think it's really challenging your frame of mind and your vitality. Maybe some of you are more I don't know if you're more tired than usual, or you're just, in some respects, at a standstill or something like that. Or you feel like you've been defeated to an extent. Maybe you just feel defeated at the situation or tired of the situation, or maybe you just don't like any of the choices that's being presented, so you really don't want to go with any of them. That could truly be the case as well. So Taurus. And you got the Cancer card, which is the Chariot that came out in reverse. You got Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces card on the table. So you may very well be dealing with a water sign, or water sign may mean something to you. Or Virgo, because you have the Hermit card. This also came out in Leo's reading. So you could even be dealing with a Leo as well. Or you may be a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or have Leo strong in your chart, Taurus. So the reason why you come to a halt and a stop and you just want to back away is because somebody got to fighting. So either different parties are fighting, different the kids is fight. Either your kids are fighting. There's fights and squabbles at work. If you're in a relationship, it's fighting back and forth between the parties in a relationship, and it's totally got you just out of it and willing to retreat. Maybe some things were said that shouldn't have been said, or maybe some things came out, or maybe there's some things that need to come out but they haven't, or they have, and that's what this whole fight is about. Or maybe your inability or your lack of action, your lack of movement caused this kind of fight, and then it caused you to retreat, or to walk away, or just to be silent, or to not communicate. Maybe you're not communicating with somebody in this situation because there was so much confusion, so much, it was difficult. There were arguments, Taurus. So let's see. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. I got to make this really, really quick. So we got to make this about 10 minutes, and we're a little past that. So I'm just going to pull like one or two more cards, and then we'll do, I'm just going to pull a couple romance cards and then give you some advice for the rest of the month of August. And time is fluid, so this might have been something that happened in the past. Maybe it's going to come up more in the future. And it's funny because I got all of these, guys, and I'm really not trying to read all of these, but I'm gonna read them, and I'm just probably gonna maybe skip the romance cards and go right to the guidance cards, so we can make this shorter. If you want a longer reading, get in contact with me at TAROTHELPNOW@gmail.com. I'm gonna put my number down there soon. My number specifically, I'm gonna put it down there probably when I post this video, a line you could specifically call for readings, but you'll most likely have to schedule first. I had my website up, I took it down, but I might put it back up so you all can schedule. Now people just contact me through email, and we do it that way. So do that if you want a longer reading, because I really didn't mean to pull out 3 cards. But so communication, this didn't come out in Leo's reading, but there's also a theme about communication, and communication being kind of stern and to the point, or cold communication. So in one sense, you have somebody who is thinking very logically, pretty level-headed, whose communication is just, they're really not budging any at all. But then you have somebody who's not saying anything, who's kind of retreating, who's thinking to themselves, who may be more, they're logical too, but they're going really deep within in a spiritual way. So maybe it's just not a meeting of the minds. And this is an air sign, male, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Again, this could be placements in your chart where you have strong air signs. Taurus, Gemini is the next sign after Taurus. So if you're a Taurus, it's very likely that you're going to have some placements, maybe some other planets in Taurus. Maybe not, but usually you have planets in the signs close to you. So is that kind of just being straight up stern, not changing your mind, being really cold. So that's kind of what's going on. And again, like I said, this card was Virgo, but this could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but it's definitely Virgo for sure. And So, and this might be within you, because I'm not even getting the different sexes. It's the same sex on a card. So this could be two frames of mind. And maybe you're really not expressing what you're thinking deep inside to whoever these situations are dealing with. Because in one mind you're feeling like this, and in another you're feeling like this. Or these could be two different people. You could be getting advice or dealing with an older family member. There could be some distension in the family or something going on with an older family member. Something could have happened to somebody's car or method of transportation. Maybe somebody, I don't know, is on some kind of wheelchair or something like that. Something could be going on like that too, Taurus. And that could have something to do with everything that's going on. And it could also have to do, I guess I'll give you these cards straight up, but it could also, I think they came out in reverse, but I'll speak to them either way. It could also have to do with money. This is Taurus right here. This is the earth signs. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I believe this is Taurus. It may be Virgo, but this card specifically, I think it's Taurus. If not Taurus, is Virgo. And then this is definitely Taurus. The Hierophant represents Taurus. So there could be some legal contracts, commitments. Maybe there's something going on to where maybe you're in front of judges. Maybe it could have to do with divorce. Maybe it could have to do with making a commitment or not wanting to make a commitment because of some way that it affects your money. Maybe something is going on with your money. You know, maybe there had to be a break to a contract that affected your money. Something with your status, a change in your status, a change in your belief, a change in how you feel about something, Taurus. And it could have to do with legality. So it could have to do with contracts, marriages, religion, spirituality, all of that kind of stuff. And what's really funny is I'm getting so much male energy in this spread. I'm not getting any female energy at all. So if this may be the people in your lives that you're dealing with, that's counseling you or that's helping you or whatever the case. Maybe we do a couple of these or whatever the case. Or it could just be how you feel and the different things that are going on. It could just, this really could be a lot of fighting with yourself. But I feel like there's some, it's a lot going on, but somebody's not communicating. Somebody's kind of walked away from the situation. Somebody's not communicating what really needs to be communicated, but yet there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And Taurus, this really, really speaks to you. I mean, you've got your card here, the King of Pentacles. So money, job, status, ego. Maybe it's ego. Are you seeming really cold? Or maybe are you treating people a certain way because of ego? Because you don't want to be looked at or perceived a certain way? So you're trying to walk away from the situation, but you can't escape it. You can't help but see what's going on right in front of your face. And something's just not clear. So it's not moving forward. It's just totally at a standstill. It's totally stagnated. And it's not going to change until you figure out some of this confusion. Be straightforward with somebody. Put it into the fight. Stand in your confidence in yourself. Decide what you want to do. Decide what you want to be committed to and what you don't want to be committed to. Because right now you may just be having your back to somebody, or somebody has their back to you, or you're looking back. You're looking back. You know? But just remember, when you're looking back, you're seeing things clearly. I think that's really, really key also. So let's see what's going on. It's a codependency. Are you codependent on having a personal relationship, a type of work, a job, even if it doesn't make you happy, even if it's not really what makes you happy? But codependency, like I said, this spread is a lot about you. So anything dealing with codependency, it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. That could be any kind of addiction. Sex addictions, gambling addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, work addictions, caffeine addictions, pill addictions, any kind of addiction you think of. But when you think about codependency, The first thing to do is to go within and look at, what do you believe, what do you value, and how closely does that align with who you really are. If you're dealing with any sort of issues of codependency, or anybody in your life is dealing with the issue of codependency that may be causing a breakup in the family, the relationship, and it may just be causing, it may be causing you distress. Maybe you just feel tired, mentally and physically tired. You know what I'm saying? Of fighting, of not being on the same page, of not getting to where you thought you was gonna go. Maybe that's it. And it says, stay optimistic about your love life. So things are gonna look up, things are gonna be better. I know when Mars comes through to bring that action to Uranus, there are gonna be some changes and some things are gonna happen, Taurus. So if you have certain feelings or you're feeling a certain way, I would just recommend having the courage to have that straight up, no nonsense conversation with the people in your life to communicate. But because you got the communication, but if you have all of these high ideals and values, or you're stuck in any form of ego, or worried about money, or it has to do with money, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to make you happy, and that really is the bottom line. And it says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, and then on top of that, you got to heal family issues, because maybe really this is stemming from something in your past, something that has to do with your family. Maybe that is the cause for why things have gone like it's gone, and it's something there that you need to deal with that you haven't yet dealt with, Taurus. I'm sorry about the camera. I don't know, it didn't do this at all on Leo, so I don't know why it's doing it now. So healing family issues, that may be a big part of it. And maybe whatever's going on is going to cause a split or break in the family. Maybe you don't want to split or break the family up, and do all of that type of stuff. A lot of people stay around, or a lot of people do certain things because of that. Maybe you're used to doing a certain type of work because it brings security to you and your family, but you really want to pursue something else. So I'm just giving you different scenarios just to say it doesn't all have to be romantic for those Tauruses who may not be necessarily watching for a love reading. And it's funny, this Ace of Spring popped out because when I was shuffling the cards getting ready for this reading, Ace of Summer popped out too. So I felt like there is an overabundance of things you need to say and feelings and things like that. And the opportunity is going to come for you to get those out. But this Ace of Spring is also a new opportunity to act. And that's what I was talking about, Mars. Spring cards are fire cards. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Mars rules Aries. So Aries is going to be coming through your sign soon. And Uranus is there. So it's an opportunity to act. And maybe that's what you really need to do, is to act and to try a new approach. You know what I mean? To actually take action on what it is you're feeling and thinking. And it says, it's Ace of Spring. It's time to take action. I literally didn't read that before I said that, but be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. So I just talked about that. And just like I said in Leo's reading, it's always amazing how the cards come out to verify all the other cards that have already been talked about. So that talks about, like I said, just it's time to take action, pursue what you really want to do, no matter what front it's on. Career, family, relationship. You just, life is too short not to be happy. And we all go through things. We all make wrong choices and decisions that lead us to dead ends, and there is no repair. You get what I'm saying? But if it's always a way. It's about how you get through things. It's not necessarily, always what you've been through, but how you come through it. That's what makes you a strong person and able to look back, with no regrets. So then the Queen of Winter fell out, and the Queen of Winter says, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individuals. I did mention divorce earlier. I did mention the breaking of contracts. And this is really about focusing on you. And that's what Uranus is going to be about. And that's why I said with Uranus being next to your sun, it's going to be about self-changes, personal things, like maybe your whole ideals on religion, spirituality, what you think, how you view relationships, the people that you're used to having in your life, the kind of circle on the next level you want to be on, a higher spiritual understanding as well. You may be getting into more spiritual pursuits and things of that nature. And how fitting, this fell out. And what was I just talking about? Life experiences, right? And it says life experience. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So you got to make that change happen. You got to act on the change in order for it to happen. You got to get this up and moving again. Make a decision to communicate, follow something through, and you'll see things start moving for you, because that opportunity is coming. And this is really what I was trying to say. It's all about life experiences. We go through things because that's what life is about, to have the experience. You know, and at the end of the day, there really is no right and wrong. It's really about the experience that you're having in this lifetime. So that's why I was saying it's not always about what you've been through, but how you come through those things. The bridges you build, the relationships you keep, the ones you get rid of that's not worth keeping. How you repair bridges, how you mend things, how you find ways to be true to yourself and true to everybody else. And that may cause you to have to let go of certain belief systems that no longer work for you. If what you feel, what you believe is not working for your life and it's not making you happy, then it's time to let it go. And this says an important life-changing event, and that's what Uranus is. Uranus in Taurus is an important life-changing event. And you're definitely going to be going through life-changing times, as we all are on the planet right now in 2020. So Taurus, if you want to talk more, holla at me. And I know things will get better and things will work out. You're just in the process of going through a lot of different experiences and changes. Okay? All right. Madam X, Frequency World Radio. Love and best wishes to you, Taurus.